Well, hello and welcome to Honduras. I'm Robert Breaker and I want to take you on a tour of my house if you'll come with me. This is where I live. In this video we want to show you a day in the life of a missionary, what it's like going to different areas and preaching, but also show you where I live and you can get an idea of what it's like living in Honduras. So follow me. I'm like Bob Vila, but that's okay. Here's the house that I'm renting from another missionary. I have to pay 3,000 lempiras a month, which is about $150 a month. And we'll walk around to the side. Here are my two cars. My Chevy Suburban, 1994, which I was using all the time to carry people, and it got messed up. So in order to keep it nice and clean, which it finally is now, I bought a Toyota pickup. It's a 1985. See, it has no bumper because another guy hit me the other day and beat up the bumper. So eventually I'll get a new bumper on it. But it's a good truck to carry people around. Come look through here and we'll go around the house so you can look at the outside and look at some of the plants. All different kind of flowers from Honduras. This is called a cat's tail. A real soft flower. It feels just like you're feeling the cat's tail when you feel this flower. Beautiful little flower. This is called a frambuesa, which is almost like a raspberry. And here's what they look like when the fruit's ready to be eaten. Very beautiful, very good fruit. It's almost like a mixture between a blackberry and a raspberry, but they call them frambuesa. Boy, are they good. And some more of the plants here. My mom sent me some seeds, and I planted them. These are hibiscus plants, and here in Honduras they call them Mar Pacifico. Pacific Ocean is what they call them, I guess, because usually they grow close to the Pacific. Well, this is what I want you to see. This is a guayaba tree, which has little tiny red guayabas about this big, and they're super sweet. But I wanted you to see my nice bananas. Aren't those nice? Don Castillo, the man that works for me, gave me this plant about a year ago, and it's been 1 year now. And in 1 year, how tall this plant has grown and how good of a bundle of bananas I eventually hope to eat. Because we are in the Banana Republic. So let's walk around this way. Got a whole bunch of bananas. These bananas have been planted for some time, and they only have a couple on them. For example, this one just has a few little bananas. These are different types of banana. These are called plátano in Spanish, or plantain in English, and these are the kind you have to fry to eat. The other kind we just saw are the kind you can eat right off the stalk. Here I've got 4 peach plants, as you can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and those are peach plants. Here where I live in the Honduras is the coldest part of Honduras. For that reason there's a lot of apples and peaches here. And just a couple more of my bananas. Tiny little bananas on this one. It's amazing this plant is only that tall and it's already produced bananas. We've got a couple of orange trees here. And you can see a lot of blooms. If you come around this way, you can zoom in on one of the blooms and see an orange bloom. Some of the most beautiful smells in the world are the smells of grapefruit blooms and orange blooms. Beautiful. I got 2 of these last year, 2 oranges off this plant. And I'm hoping this year to get some more. Let's walk back around this way. Back in the back here, and all this property I'm renting, back in the back here, you see a big pine tree. To the right of that pine tree coming up is a pear tree. Behind the pear tree is a mango tree. And I've got a lemon tree. And if you zoom in on the lemon tree, you can see there's a whole bunch of lemons on the lemon tree. But I want you to look at this. This is what they call mora, blackberries. This is a blackberry bush. And all around March and April, this thing is full of blackberries. But I have to keep an eye on it because some of the neighborhood kids like to come over and steal my blackberries. But that's an average size. Usually they're not that big. And they're nice and black. They're super sweet. Blackberries. Here's one almost ready right here. Super nice, super blackberries. Now we can get a shot of the house on this side. You can see my banana plants. Planted them to look nice and also give me fruit. And as you pan out this way, you can see we have a bunch of corn that Castillo, the man that works for me, planted. I let him plant out there all the corn that he wants to. And he already harvested the corn, and they make tortillas with them. Now let's walk through the little tree. Let's see the rest of the house. Back to the right there is the Baptist camp where we used to have services. And that's where we used to have services, but they kicked us out. So now we have services in my house, and you'll see where exactly we have services. Now let's go take a look at my chickens. I got my chickens here, 9 of them. Get an egg every so often. 2 roosters, and all the rest are hens. Beautiful little chickens. My neighbors give me some, I hatch some. That's how I get them. This is Castillo. He works for me. Don Castillo. Diga hola Castillo.
Hola, hola.
Trabaja bien duro aquí. He works very hard here. And he's a good worker. Takes care of everything for me when I'm not here. But when I am here, he plants my garden. So let's look at the garden. We've been eating a lot of squash and zucchini this year. These are green beans. Good green beans. Taste really good and good for you. And over this way, I've got a lot of squash and zucchini still coming. Should be coming out pretty soon. Tiny little squash right here. Needs to grow a little. All sorts of plants. Back in the back we've got more green beans and some onions back there. This over here is called the poisonous bean. And this poisonous bean has to be cooked just right, otherwise you get sick. Here's what they look like. We ate some of these last night and they're good. You have to put them in water and let them soak overnight. Then you drain the water and soak them again overnight. And you drain the water and you boil them. And then you drain the water and you boil them again. And then you cook them till they're ready. And boy, are they good. Poisonous beans. These beans are from Africa, they say. I have no idea what the name is, but they sure taste good. Now let's go on inside. Let's on the inside of the house. You want to zoom in on Castillo? Feeding the chickens. We feed them corn and rice and concentrado, which is concentrate. Here we go inside. Here's the back porch, and here's where all the firewood is, because it gets awful cold up here in the mountains. If you want to pan to the right there and look at some of the mountains. This is a valley, and it's completely surrounded by mountains. Keep panning to the right, you can see more mountains. It gets chilly here in the winter, but my neighbors use horses, sometimes cars. If you can look way off in the distance, you can see a guy riding a horse. Beautiful horse. If you'll pan out to the right, on the bottom of the mountain, you'll see the school. Most of the school kids go there. And they don't start school again until February. Right now we're on the 22nd of January 2005. That's today's date. And come on inside and get a look at what it's like inside. You stand here. I'll stand here so you can get an idea of what the porch looks like. This is the porch. And this is what they call leña, which is firewood. And it's so cold here, you gotta always burn firewood so you don't get cold. So come on in and welcome to the Breaker House. Okay, here's my dryer and my washing machine. That's where I do all my clothes. And I'll close the door so maybe you can see the light better. And over here we have the bodega in Spanish. In English, this is like a little storehouse for the tools and such. And this is where I keep all my tools. Not that much. This is where I keep them. And back to the corner here, I have a bathroom for the guests. This house is huge, has 6 rooms, 3 bathrooms. This is the guest bathroom, or actually this is the servant's bathroom. The man who built this built it for a servant. And basically they're apart from the other part of the house, and upstairs they have 2 rooms to stay in. So there's 2 rooms up there. Now, when you live in Honduras, you have to have one of these, a machete, a weapon of choice. But also a tool, and if you can tell, I've been using it real well. I always find something to use a machete on. Maybe on a person if you don't like them. Now we'll go on inside the house. And if you'll zoom in on my knocker here, and then you can knock and I'll open and let you in. Okay, hello, welcome, come on in. This is the Breaker's house, and we'll turn some lights on for you. This is the kitchen area, and as you can see, we got a fire going in the fireplace. Always good to stoke the fire and get some more flame and get some more heat. I also cook in there at times. Right now I'm cooking some green beans out of the garden. And also these are some of the poisonous beans I showed you. We're cooking those too. This is for when the power goes out. I can cook on this stove. It's a charcoal burning stove, but you put your wood in there and you burn the wood. And that heats the charcoal to burn whatever you want to cook. This is my china cabinet where I keep all my dishes. This is the Blue Willow dish. One of the best dishes ever made. Blue Willow. Only $19.95. You too can have a Blue Willow pattern. Okay, so this is the fridge, my little refrigerator, and this is the microwave and everything else. So let's go into where we have service. You notice just about every doorway has one of these. These I got on deputation when I was traveling around. I just like nice things like that. It makes any doorway look nice. These are all Bibles and tracts and books in Spanish to get out to the Spanish-speaking world. This, of course, is the 1602 revised or restored with the King James and the Texas Receptus and all older versions of Spanish. The Word of God in Spanish in the New Testament. We do not use the corrupt 1960 Spanish Bible here. Here are the chairs, and here's where we'll have service in this afternoon around 5 o'clock. And as you can see, we have the pulpit set up here. And we have something to write on. Teach, and here's where we do the preaching. I usually lead psalm leading, and another missionary, Mike Lane, preaches, and this is his work more than anything else, and we'll see where I'm working tonight in Quebrada de Lajas. And if you'll see all the different verses we have around in all different languages. Now we can go into a parlor. This is the parlor. Missionary that built this house. This was the entrance room. People entered from that outside door into here, and they said they didn't go any farther. They had to sit here and wait to talk with them. As you can notice, I've decorated it as nicely as possible. This is my nice little turtle. That's my nightlight. Isn't that nice? And if you'll come over on this way, you can look back and you can see how I've decorated it with what little things I have decorated it with. Here, you can see the Greek columns, Roman columns, Greek plants, these different things. I like candlesticks, especially when they're brass. This is the parlor. This is the room I have no use for whatsoever. I don't use this room, but it's here. Now let's go outside carefully and watch the dog and show you the outside patio. Come with me. Matter of fact, you go first so the dog doesn't come in. This is Rambo. I hate him, but he's the owner's dog and he kind of gave him to me as a watchdog to watch the house. This is the open outdoor patio. It used to be people would enter in from here into the house. We don't do that. We figure back door neighbors are the best kind, so we always have them enter in the back of the house. And all sorts of plants I had planted here, but the dog kills them. Here's some more frambuesas. A few frambuesas, just not ripe yet. A couple that are almost ripe. And in here, I have a whole bunch of peppers planted. A lot of peppers. Hot peppers. And those are good on anything. If you want to zoom in on the hot peppers in here. This was supposed to be a servant's quarters, but the man never finished. So now I kind of use it as a greenery, like plant some things. I did have more roses out here, but they have since died. A lot of rose bushes. And I don't have any roses. Here's another frambuesa. These things grow wild here. I did not plant these. They come up everywhere, and these are good for breakfast. And you gotta watch the thorns. There you go, Flo. Try one. Okay, come with me inside and we'll see the rest of the house. Down, Rumble. Down. Sit. Sit. Dumb dog. Okay. Here we go to the rest of the house. Okay. This way goes to the rest of the house. This is the main hall. Turn the light. Down here, all the guest rooms. Let's go into my room first, and I'll show you where I live. This is the closet. All my clothes are in here. And I'll close the door. And here, we have my bathroom with a huge old tub. I don't know how I got this tub in here, and obviously, it wasn't planned to put in here before it was built, because you can see they had to chip away the wall in order to put it in. But this is the bathtub. Take a shower here every morning. Now we'll go into the rest of the room. Put on some more lights. Here's my bed. This is where I sleep. Put this on top for the dust. There's a lot of dust in Honduras. Here's where I work on my computer and do my journal and do my prayer letters and different books that I write right here. My nice Hewlett-Packard laptop and computer and scanner and printer. Here's another fire going, because it is kind of cold this morning. It must have been at least 50 degrees this morning, if not chillier. And it's good to have a fire every morning and every night, just to warm yourself up. Now, this is my Davenport desk. This is what they used to use in ships in the old days. That was what a ship's captain's desk looked like, a Davenport. Now we'll go in to the office. This is the office. And these are different things. If you'll turn and look in the office, and we'll close this door. Here I've got a monitor there and a VCR for watching Christian tapes, and also a PlayStation. Here's all my books, and also on the other side, a lot of books, and a lot of good books. And here's where I do checking of different Bible versions. These are all different Bible versions in Spanish, and I've gone through and checking them verse by verse to see which one, and see where they read closer to the King James and where they read with the false text. Here's the music. I've got a whole lot of classical music, and here's all preaching tapes. So this is the office. And if you'll zoom in and back up over the door, you'll see the greatest man that ever lived besides Jesus Christ, Robert E. Lee, the Confederate general. Okay, let's go on into the other room. As we slowly leave the office, some more of these things. This is the Breaker family crest, right here on the wall. And if you'll zoom in on this, that's what it looks like. It says Switzerland because supposedly our family came from Switzerland. And that's where they started, but more of their time was spent in Germany than Switzerland. And here we go into the guest room. This room I've fixed up the best I can by putting up curtains and such different things. Before this was the tape room, and I still have a lot of tapes that I make and copy to give out to people. Tapes of preaching in Spanish and tapes of preaching in English. A lot of different tapes. And Jeff Johnson is recording this, and I need to put in a personal note here. Jeff, remind me to take some tapes with me to service this afternoon, please. Because some people were asking for some preaching tapes. We need to do that. Let's go into the next room. This is where Jeff is staying. I hope it's tidy. Oh no. It's a mess. Jeff is staying in this room, and this used to be a nice room. And here's the curtains, and here's the curtains. My mom stayed here when she came and visited, and this is where I put all the guests. Nice big bed, but this is an air mattress. Not a real mattress, so they get to sleep in comfort, I hope, on an air mattress. Now we'll take a look at the guest bedroom, but why don't you come on here and then go back this way. This is a nice, beautiful wooden closet that the missionary had someone specially make, and it's just a beautiful room. Beautiful. Sliding doors, everything. A little bit of everything. Beautiful, beautiful house. A lot of work still needs to be done, but little by little I'm fixing it up. Okay, let's go on in here. This is the guest bathroom. And when the guests stay here, they have their own bathroom. It still needs some work, especially when a male guest is here, to put the lid down. And there's not much water that comes out of here, so this needs to be fixed as well. A lot of fix-it-up stuff needs to be done. Little by little, I like putting in little things that to me are pleasing, that are nice, like this French brass toilet paper holder. Very nice looking if you want to come over here and zoom in on it. And then of course, this is the shower. Okay, let's go on upstairs and show you the unfinished part of the house. Or if it needs to be finished. These are the stairs that lead up to the part of the house that the missionary probably was going to make for himself, but he never finished. And this would be a beautiful bedroom. I always wanted a bedroom upstairs. How nice this would be. Clean all this out, put walls in, and have a nice bedroom with a nice look out over the neighborhood. Big, huge house, and up here it's really warm. All we have from here to the outside is just this aluminum sheeting. So there's no plywood in between, there's no shingles, there's no fiberglass. This needs a lot of work. Now as we come on upstairs, we can see that I've killed a lot of animals up here. Since I've lived here, I've killed a lot of rats and a lot of scorpions. If you want to see one, right here's a rat that, thank goodness, is dead. A dead rat is better than a live rat. A lot of rats are dead. I'll have to get those out of there eventually. I put all this plastic down, the black plastic, about 2 years ago. And you can see why I did, because of all the dust that's on top of that. This place has so much dust. It's just too much. As you walk back here, I'll turn on the light. Another room upstairs that's not being used for anything. This is kind of like a little warehouse upstairs that never was finished. As you can see, it's not super big, it's not super small, but there's some room there to put a whole lot of things. It's just a huge room that needs to be finished and be used for something. I would like to use it for a room upstairs. It sure be nice. And as we move along closer, we'll go outside and look at the last room in the house. To your left. Back to your left here. Over here, Jeff. Here's the last room of the house. This is where one of the chimneys comes up. Sure would be nice to have a double chimney here. Have another chimney. But this is the last room here in the house. This is where the missionary lived when he was building the house. In this tiny little room right here. And there's no light. Well, I don't know if you can see this. My light bulb burned out, but this is a tiny little room the missionary said he lived in while he was building this house. Sure is small. Very small. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but here it is. So let's go on back downstairs. I think that's everything. What we'll do today is we're walking and talking. We're going to take you to a different place, a little place called Quebrada de Lajas, where I'm working trying to start a church. We're going to go visit some people so you can get an idea how people live in Honduras. So Jeff, as I walk down the stairs, you can fade it off and turn it off, and we'll turn it back on later. So we'll see you later in the Indian village of Quebrada de Lajas. Goodbye. Heading out to Quebrada de Lajas, the little area I work, on these good Honduran roads. Give you an idea of what it's like out here. Turn and look at the road. Turn to the road. These are Indian people. Just passed. This is what the roads are like in Honduras. This is why I needed a Toyota. This is the good part of the road. If you can believe it. In a minute we'll get to the bad part. And we'll be coming into Quebrada de Lajas in about 5 minutes. These are what Honduran roads look like. There's a guy that's got his bed on his car. Only in Honduras. Now, I want you to get all these people's houses and see how people live. So, get on the road and on the houses. That's the kind of houses and that's the way people live in Honduras. Made of adobe, that's what it looks like before it's done. You have to replace your shocks every year in Honduras, sometimes sooner. We are coming into Quebrada de Lajas, the little area where I'm working with the Indians. And in just a second, you'll see the whole area of Quebrada de Lajas, which literally means creek of little stones, or little rocks. This is Quebrada de Lajas, small little community, country place, all Indians. Thing we're going to do is go to the church and then we're going to walk up the hill and meet some people. These are the good roads of Honduras. That's Doña Isabel coming up the road right there. She's a Catholic and she's lost. Needs to get saved. This is where some folks come that I led to the Lord. That's where Eddie's house is on the left. Here's the one bridge in Quebrada de Lajas, the main little bridge. And the Quebrada, or the creek, is what runs underneath it, right over there. See the creek? That's the Quebrada, or creek, of Lajas. Hence the name Quebrada de Lajas. And up from the creek is our church. That's the place we meet. We want to paint it, make it look nice. Small little building. We rent it for 200 lempiras a month. It's about $10 a month is what we pay for this small little place. Jeff is going to get out and go film the church. Okay, here we are at the church. This is the little area where we have church in Quebrada de Lajas. This is the little church we have. Come on in and look at it in the daylight. Find the keys for it. It is. This is the tiny little dirty church of Quebrada de Lajas. We have a lot to do, paint the walls and clean it up. These people aren't used to nice things, so we're doing it little by little. This is where we have service. We're lucky if we get about 30 people. But you'll see some of those that come today, and you'll get an idea of what it's like here in service. Now let's take a walk up the hill and meet some folks. Go out on outside and zoom in on the outhouse, and that's our bathroom. Then you turn it off. This is where we used to have service, in that house right there. We moved out because it was full of bats. People were calling it the First Baptist Church of Bats. So we decided it was time to move. Unfortunately, we got a smaller building. You can look back and see our little sign that says Baptist Church. That's our little Baptist church that we're renting. Follow me, we're going to look at this property because the lady that owns this wants to sell it. And it should be a nice place to put the church once we grow the property. So, I'm going to take a look real quick at the little area. Get this undone. I guess nobody wants us in there, so come on over here. Look back. This whole thing started with services up the hill and this house up here. That's where it first started out. We had service in the house up there, and the man was a Catholic, and he kicked us out. So that's how we had to find another place. And we finally found another place, thank God. Let's go on up and meet some of the folks that come to church. Hopefully it'll be a blessing to see what it's like in Honduras. Got a nice hard wind blowing. Hope you can hear me. Kind of cold today. This is the best road in all of Honduras. And Martir live, the ones that I led to the Lord. Actually, I led Blanca to the Lord. Martir was already saved, and I was able to baptize them both and then marry them after. And that's where we had services to begin with. And that house isn't theirs. It belongs to a man named Javier. And like I said, he's a Catholic, and he didn't want us having service in his house. They still live there, and they come to service. Where we're going now is on the left. This is Martir's sister's house. So let's go see Martir's sister. cut it off, save the battery, and we'll save some more inside. Mucho gusto. Es sucio, trabajando duro. Y esta camisa era mía.
Parece, va.
Sí, sí, ¿verdad?
Parece, va, que era así.
Yeah, this is Tanya. Diga hola.
Hola.
This is Nelson. Diga hola.
Hola.
Nelson no tiene dientes, es puro vampiro. He doesn't have teeth. Look, he looks like a vampire. This is Kenya. Kenya got saved in services. And here is Dilcia. Dilcia. Yeah. And these are some that come to service. Need to pray for Ovilio. He works up the hill with leche, with milk. They milk cows all days. And Ovilio's not saved. You need to pray for Ovilio, that he'll come to service and then he'll get saved. Amen? Okay. Bueno, ¿su esposa?
Ahí está.
¿Tu Marcia está arriba?
Yo creo que medium.
Okay, vamos. Here we go up the hill to talk to Blanca. These are my kids. Hold on. Siento muy mal. Ya vamos a visitar. No va a morir, ¿verdad? Pase por mí. Ok, hola. Buenas. Viene hombres con hambre. This is the casa. This is the house of Blanca and Martir. This is where they live. ¿No está? Hola, otra vez. Well, just like everything in Honduras, you have to wait. So they're going to go find her. So let's wait. John?
Yes.
This is their turkey. They've got 2 turkeys. This was supposed to be eaten for Christmas, but I guess they're saving it for another occasion. Nice big pavo in Spanish. Pavo. P-A-V-O. He looks mad. Let's see if he'll attack me. You want to attack me? You want to attack me? You want to attack me? Yeah, yeah, he does. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Crazy chicken. Crazy turkey. And that's how you win against the turkey in Honduras. Champion! Okay. Hello.
Hola.
Buenas. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Cambió? La cocina está aquí ahora. Oh, bueno. Come on in. This is Blanca. She's cooking. Blanca.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien. Mi amigo Jeff Johnson.
Ah, está bueno.
Y estoy grabando para que mi novia mire.
Ah.
Entonces. Bueno, tenemos hambre. Quiero saber si hay comida o no.
¿Tienen hambre?
Ajá.
Bueno.
The smoke really bothers your eyes. There's really no ventilation here. Okay, you can turn it off and we'll tape some more later. This is how you sweep the floor in Honduras. Like my broom? They sell these at Ace Hardware, $5.99. Nice one. Uy. Oh, perdón. Oh, perdón. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go inside and maybe get fed. We're hungry. Let's see what happens. You can zoom in closing on that chicken. Lay it out on that chicken. era frío ahí en la noche.
En la mañana era frío.
Cell phones don't work this far out, unfortunately. I can't call or receive calls. This is the house of Jose Martin Martinez. Okay, let's turn it off and save the battery for service. ¡Oh, caballo! ¡Arriba, caballo! ¡Oh, caballo bravo! ¡Oh, caballo bravo! ¡Crazy horse! Se cayó del caballo. Se cayó. Sí, se cayó. Here we are in Quebrada de Lajas. Beautiful mountains. A lot of times you'll see a fire over here, and that's why I call it Queimada de Lajas, which means burnt rocks rather than creek of rocks. As you go down the mountain, see various homes and houses. Here's Kenya. I think she's bringing the tortillas because we're hungry. We want to eat. Here she comes with the food. It's the main source of food in Honduras is tortillas. Boy, are they good. And here she comes. You can tell she's in no hurry, but boy, are we starving. Apúrase! Hurry up! And if you look out to the left here, all in that valley is the valley of La Esperanza and Tibuca, where I live. Just over those trees on this side of that mountain. Way down in there. This is the comal, or the place where they cook. You see, they put the fire underneath it, and it's a big adobe stove. Fire heats that up, and they cook their tortillas. You can hear her making a tortilla right there. See how she makes it? Slaps it back and forth. Then she moves them around. Then she throws the new tortilla onto the comal. Push in some more fire, and we're going to have lunch in just a minute. This is a Honduran kitchen. You might notice it doesn't have any cabinets, but that's the only thing wrong with it, at least that I can see. It's just a pure American kitchen, it looks like. Okay, what she does, she takes the masa, which is the corn that's already ground up. She takes that in her hand and she starts forming it into a tortilla. And she's had much practice. She can make a perfect circle and make a good tortilla. Boy, are they good. Diga hola. Say hello. No quiere. A little bit shy. Okay. This is the food. We got cheese, we got beans, we got tortillas. Tortillas are so good. Put your beans on the tortilla, get you some cheese, fold it over, pinch of salt, and man, you got a meal. That's eating. Está rica. How good. ¿Verdad? ¿Te gusta?
Sí.
Sigue. It's a little monkey, a Honduran monkey. Vaya mono! This is great, huh? And here we go into the house of Kenya. This is Kenya's house. Here we have Angelica. Diga hola. Say hello.
¿Cómo está?
Angélica. ¿Y usted cómo se llama?
Mira.
Alvira. Her name is Alvira. They are taking the corn off the stalk in order to grind the corn and make tortillas. All in a day's life in Honduras. We're sitting inside of Angelica's house. This is what they have in the middle of their living room. Look at those pretty little chicks. You can see the baby chicks.
Son lunes sale, pero que nos duramos nosotros.
Sí, se hace oscuro cuando bloquea el sol.
Viniera la otra manadita, sí, tiene
Aren't they
9.
pretty?
La otra manadita tiene 8.
Now, how many Americans have chickens in the middle of their living room? Not very many. This is her living room.
Venga a verla, sigue mal.
Ay, estos niños.
This is my friend Catalino. You probably read about him in my journal. This is Catalino Dominguez. Diga hola, Catalino. He is toasted right now. He's been drinking moonshine, and boy does he smell. We've been praying for this boy that he gets saved for a long time, and if you're watching this, pray for him too. Esto es Catalino. Catalino, my friend, praying to get saved. Said he'd come to service today, so if you remember, keep him in prayer. Diga adiós. Okay, esto es Catalino. Cantan en la cruz, en la cruz.
En la cruz, en
La cruz, todo y la luz. Me. We are driving down the mountain to get some people from service on the worst road in all of Honduras. You can hear the kids in the back singing at the cross, at the cross. What a blessing. Here's where the road gets really bad. What a blessing. Honduras has the best roads of any country in the world. Okay. To the right is the house we're going to pick some folks up. That's where Amelia is. And that's where the little girl Laura got saved on Thursday. She lives right there. Okay, you can turn it up now. This is the house of some very rich people here in Honduras. Some kind of government officials. And as sad as it is, most of the time the government officials rob the poor people. And that's how they get rich. In just a second you'll see the very rich house. The people that there's their maid and worker come to my church, and I'd like to introduce you to them. Here we are at the top of the hill at the very rich people's house. And here is the servants' quarters. And let's see if we can find anyone home here. This is Emerson. I got to lead him to the Lord. He's working on his bicycle. Diga hola. Say hello.
Hola.
Buenas. See who else we can find here. And here we are at their house. This is Jenny. Hola, Jenny.
Hola.
I led her to the Lord. And let's see Jenny's mom. Hello. ¿Cómo está? Ah. This is Alba. She's cooking food. Does that look good or does it look good? Like some kind of a rice dish. And here we go. This is the rich people's house. High up ranking officials in the government. This is their weekend house in La Esperanza and Tibuca. Their beautiful and gorgeous flower garden. Very gorgeous, very beautiful. A lot of nice roses. And their nice little gazebo. And very quickly, this is their nice summer home. Very Catholic. They're giving me a tour inside of this home. There's idols everywhere. Just more souls in Honduras that need to be saved and delivered from the wickedness that is the Catholic Church. And we'll close and start again in church service with the shot looking off towards La Esperanza and Tibuca.
Si el mundo me persigue, si sufro tentación, con Cristo puedo resistir. Aleluya, la victoria es segura, elevo mi canción. Grandes cosas Cristo ha hecho para mí. Yo lo sé, lo sé, lo sé, lo sé, comprado con sangre yo soy, yo soy, lo sé. Con Cristo al cielo yo voy. Soy libre de pena y culpa. Su gozo me hace sentir. Él llena de gracia mi alma. Con él es tan dulce vivir. Lo sé, toda tristeza cambiará el consuelo y el dulce canto, el dolor y afán de las naciones. Aleluya, gloria, tendré la mía, el gozo sin par. Suenan las notas de la grata victoria.
Esto es para usted, porque se fue el Señor. Ya puede leer, ¿verdad? Zoila, Olga puede leer. Ok, ya. Muy bien. Ya puede leer, ¿verdad? ¿Sí? Que lea. ¿Quién falta? ¿Argentina tiene Biblia o no?
Sí.
Ya tienes. Ya tiene entonces. Ok. Solo falta Emerson. ¿Y Laura puede leer? Sí. Ok. Esto debe poner su nombre y siempre traer al culto, porque vamos a usar mucho más el Antiguo Testamento leyendo de ahí. Siempre digamos, cuando yo digo el Nuevo Testamento, siempre busquen el Nuevo Testamento. Pero cuando yo digo busquen el Antiguo Testamento, busquen esto. ¿Pueden entender esto y recordar esto?
Sí.
Ok, cheque. Entonces, diga, gracias a Dios, diga.
Gracias a Dios.
Amén. Esto es una organización que envía Biblias, que la gente en los estados compran, y por esto debe traer esta nota de agradecimiento. Amén. Ok, esto voy a dejar aquí por los demás y vamos a cantar uno más. Okay. Entonces que Dios no quiere, ahí está glorificada en el televisor. Dios no quiere esto. Este mundo está contra Dios y lo que Dios quiere es que nosotros echamos fuera este mundo y seguir en las cosas espirituales en vez de seguir en las cosas del mundo. Entonces en 1 de Juan capítulo 2 versículo 15. ¿Han encontrado? Marlon ya pasó. Capítulo 2, versículo 15 hasta 17. ¿Todos entienden? ¿Todos están? 1 de Juan, la página voy a decir. 418 es la página. And here we are back at the house. Service at Quebrada de Lajas is over. Service at my house begins. And here we are starting a soccer game. Some of the young men that come to church. Tall one is Bonnie. That is Bonnie Cordova. There's Alex. The one who knows how to play right there is David, Castillo's son. I had the privilege of leading him to the Lord. Yep, he's the one that just spit. Okay. Here's a little girl. Hello, little girl. I think her name's Melissa. Melissa, ¿verdad? Hola, Melissa. And let's go a little bit longer and watch them play a little bit of soccer. The rest of this tape we're going to take on the inside, watching service. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Okay.
¡Dale!
rápido.
David, rápido. David.
David, ¿qué pasa? No.
David. David. Estoy solo. David, estoy solo. Dale, Pancho, hombre, Pancho. Vení, hombre. Dale.
Fuera.
Salió.
Agárrenme ahí. Tranquilo, rápido.
Dale.
Señor me acompañó, su presencia me amparó, el peligro me guardó, bienvenido. Ahora sí. Bienvenido, los hermanos hoy aquí, ellos somos sin decir, bienvenido, al volvernos a reunir, bienvenido. Y después de esto vamos a cantar 39 y después pedimos que viene el hermano Miguel a predicar a nosotros. Entonces primero 42, he decidido seguir a Cristo. 42. Pero este es próximo. Este no fue la decisión, el paso más importante en tu vida. ¿Y cuál es entonces? Bañarse en la sangre. Es aceptar a Cristo como su Salvador personal, ¿verdad? Entonces, esta es la cosa más importante. Porque para iniciar su vida, niños, por favor, para estar aquí, cada uno de ellos tenía que hacer algo muy importante. Para estar aquí en este mundo, tenía que hacer ¿qué? Hacer. Solamente él sabe las respuestas. Sí, hacer físicamente. Entonces, usted no estuviera
Entonces, este es el primero paso más importante que todo. Pero ¿cuál es que quiera Jesús, ya Dios, que hagamos después de aceptar a Cristo? Bueno, hay varias cosas y vamos a iniciar a pensar en estas cosas. Hay 4 pasos, 4 cosas que debemos hacer. Primero, Él quiere que usted esté seguro de su salvación. Amén. Que usted tenga la certeza de una vida eterna. Celestial, te damos gracias, Señor, por todas tus bendiciones a nosotros. El poder estar aquí, en este lugar, reunido con tu gente. Te damos gracias, Señor. Bendice a cada uno de nosotros. Llévanos seguramente a nuestra casa y ayúdanos, Señor, a tener buena semana. Bendice hermano Roberto y hermano Jeff. Gracias por su visita a nosotros.
That's an every Sunday in Honduras, missionary.
En Honduras.
I know what it's like living in Honduras as a missionary. What you do on Sunday. And here they go. Everyone leaving and heading home. And I am about to go to bed. Adios! Everyone's gone. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week. Goodbye. Go home already. I want to sleep. Goodbye. Adios. The guy that recorded everything.
Hola, amigos.
He's the one that did it.
¿Cómo está?
And here's everybody. That's Susie, Alex, Raul,